Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. And we got some 1978 Atlanta Braves baseball. We got the Dodgers coming to town to take on the Braves. Leading off for the Dodgers, playing second is Lopes. Batting second, playing short is Russell. Batting third, playing right field is Smith. Batting fourth, playing third base is Say. Batting fifth, playing first base is Garvey. Batting sixth, playing left field is Baker. Batting seventh, playing center field is Monday. Batting eighth on the catching is Oates. Batting ninth on the pitching is ROHODEN. And for the hometown Atlanta Braves, we have Jerry Royster leading off, playing second. Batting second, playing center field is Office. Batting third, playing right field is Matthews. Batting fourth on the catching is Pocaroba. Batting fifth, playing third base is Horner. Batting sixth, playing left field is Bunnell. Batting seventh, playing first base is Murphy. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Cheney. And batting ninth on the mound is DEVINE. Let's get down here to the launching pad and get this game started. We got Davey Lopes to lead it off here for the Dodgers. He's batting .223 on the year with 4 homers and 20 RBIs. Excuse me, DEVINE. He's making his 4th start of the year. He's 0-2 with a 4.5 ERA. And here's the pitch to Davey. And right away, he's going to start this game off with a single. Dodgers got the leadoff batter aboard here. Let's see if Lopes is going to stay put. Russell is going to do a hit and run here, I believe. Russell is batting .248 with no homers and 29 RBIs. And that's going to keep him out of the double play with the hit and run. They'll get the runner out at first, and that is it. So the hit and run pays off that way. That'll just be a 4-3 put out. And Lopes is down at second now with 1 out. And now you got Reggie Smith up. And Smith's batting .328 on the year with 12 homers and 39 RBIs. And that's going to be a 12. That is going to be popped up down the third. Bob Horner calls for it and makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. And the Penguin Ron Say's up now, batting .282 with 12 homers and 43 RBIs. And that is going to be a pop up down the second. Royster calls for it, makes the catch. And the lead-off single goes nowhere. The Dodgers, nothing. They strand one. The Braves coming to the plate with Royster, Office, and Matthews. Jerry batting .284 on the year with no homers and 16 RBIs. And ROHODEN making his 14th start of the year. He is 10-1 with a 3.06 ERA. Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that's going to be a ground ball down to the Penguin at third. He fires over to Popeye. And there is 1 down. And Office comes up batting .286 on the year with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball again down the third. And again, the Penguin fires over to Garvey at first. And there's quickly 2 down here. And now you got Gary Matthews up batting .261 with 4 homers and 21 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Monday here on a Thursday, and that'll be out number 3. The Braves go down in order. We go to the top of the second with no score. Got the 5, 6, 7 hitters up: Garvey, Baker, and Monday. Garvey batting .267 with 8 homers and 58 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Horner over to Murph, and there's 1 out. And Mr. Dusty Baker comes to the plate, batting .266 with 3 homers and 25 RBI. And that's going to be the first base on balls given up today by Divine. Now you got a 1-out walk and Monday up. And Monday's batting .316 with 7 homers and 36 RBIs. And that's going to be another base on balls, back-to-back walks. Divine's walked himself into a mess here. You got Johnny Oates up, who could hit into a inning double play ball with catcher speed at the plate. And Johnny's batting a whopping .455, folks, with no homers and 2 RBIs. He is 5 for 11 on the year. And that's going to continue here against the righty. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. And with 1 out, Baker, can he score here? That is the question. With his speed, it's going to be a question mark here. Not great speed. A 31, and Monday will be going down the third on the throw. That'll be a 61 or lower. Let's see if they want to fool with that. Yeah, the 61 or lower. They're going to try to throw him out, and he's in there safely. So now you got first and third and 1 out, and the Dodgers are up 1-0. And now you got Rick ROHODEN up. And Rick's batting .143 on the year. No homers and 3 RBIs. They're going to let him swing away, folks. He's not a bad hitting pitcher. Never was. They're going to let him. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And 48. And a 21 with 2 outs. And I think they're going to send Monday. I think they're going to send him with 2 outs here. That'll be a 43 or less. He's safe. They're going to send him trying to get a 2-run lead here. I'm going to say a 43 or less. Yep. And he's in there. So that's a sacrifice fly by Rick ROHODEN. And the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead now. Runner down at first and 2 outs. And Davey Lopes is at the plate with Johnny Oates at first. Davey singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. And that's going to be an infield hit. Lopes is aboard here with the 2-out single. So now you got first and second. Divine already given up 2 runs here. Can't afford to give up much more. Needs to get an out here off of Bill Russell. Russell grounded out. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews. That'll end the inning. But the Dodgers score 2. Take a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the second. You got Pocoroba due up here, followed by Horner and Bunnell. You can see the Braves got 3 more games against these Dodgers. And then San Francisco comes to town after this 4-game series. And Biff Pocoroba's batting .240 on the year with 6 homers and 19 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Russell. He throws over to Garvey, and there's 1 out. Bob Horner comes to the plate now, batting .161 with 1 homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Bob walks on down the first. Time run comes to the plate, and Barry Bunnell. And Barry's batting .232 with no homers and 12 RBIs. That's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 10, 9. That's going to be a fly ball out to Monday. He makes a nice play out there, takes a base hit away from Barry. And there's 2 down, and it's up to the Murph here. Horner's still down at first. And the Murph's batting .227 with 13 homers and 29 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. ROHODEN strikes out the Murph to end the inning. The Braves strand 1 to the top of the third we go. You got the 2-3-4 hitter, the 3-4-5 hitters due up. Smith, Say, and Garvey. Smith 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the corner. And that's 1 down. And now the Penguin comes up. Ron Say, he is 0 for 1. Pops up his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So a 1-out single by Say. And Garvey comes up. And Popeye, he is 0 for 1. He grounded out to third his first time up. And the Braves get a double play ball here. And nope, that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And the Penguin with his speed is going to stop at second. So now you got first and second Dusty Baker up. And only 1 out. And Baker, he walked his first time up and came around to score. And that's going to be another base on balls. And that loads the bases for the Dodgers. Rick Mundy comes to the plate. Everywhere you look, there's a Dodger. Say at third, Garvey at second, Baker at first, Mundy at the plate, and he walked his first time up and came around to score. Not this time. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And can Garvey score from second here? With 1 out. 28 or lower. And that'll be a 54. And Baker will hold at second. So 54 or lower. And he's out of there. Barry Bonnell throws him out. So that's an RBI single in the left field. Garvey gets thrown out at the plate. Nice play by Barry. And it's a 3-0 game with runners on first and second. And now 2 outs. Nice play by Barry. Threw that right on a rope. Right in there to poke Aroba. And he applies the tag. Now you got Johnny Oates up. And he's 1 for 1. He singled and drove in a run back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that'll be fired over to second. He'll go to short way. That'll be a 5-4 put out. And that'll end the inning. But the RBI single by Mundy makes it 3-0. As we go to the bottom of the third, you got the bottom part of the order due up here. Cheney, Devine, and Royster. See, the Dodgers are 41-29. They've scored 331 runs. They've hit 56 homers, stolen 44 bases, been caught 22 times. The Braves are 24-44, scored 261 runs on 46 homers, stolen 27 bases, and been caught 14 times. Cheney's batting .220 on the year with a homer and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty of 10. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Mundy's playing some great defense out there. That is out number 1. Now Devine comes to the plate. And he is 0 for 7 on the year, looking for his first hit. And that's going to be a +3. Knock him down to a 5, and he's got it. Devine with his first hit of the year, folks. A little dribbler down the third. He beats it out, and Devine's down at first with a 1-out single. The first base hit for the Braves here is the pitcher. Let's see if they can pay it off here. Cash in on the pitcher getting aboard. Royster 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. So all of a sudden, the Braves are making some noise here in the third. They got the tying run at the plate here in Office. Office batting .284. He's 0 for 1 today, though. And that's going to be another base on balls. The bases are full now with 1 out, a single and 2 walks, and the Sarge is up. One swinging a bat here, and the Braves are right back in this game. The Sarge is 0 for 1 today. Can he deliver? And that's going to be a infield 7, 9. Going to be a pop up in foul territory behind home plate. Oates makes the play, and that's a big out there, folks. Matthews pops that one up to shoot. Now there's 2 outs, and it's up to Biff Pocoroba to deliver here. Bases loaded. 2 outs now. Biff is 0 for 1. Can he get a 2-out single here? And that's all they're looking for. That's going to be that's going to do it. That's a single in the left field. And Royster's going to score easily. So see if Office can get down to third here. And he's going to hold at second. So that's a 2 RBI single. Nice job by Biff Pocoroba. And it's just a 1-run ball game. Now you got Horner up first and second and 2 outs. Go ahead. Time run at the second. Go ahead. Run at first. Horner walked his first time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. And the launching pad just seen this one leave the yard. That's a 3-run homer by Bob Horner. And the Braves have now gotten a 5-3 lead here. 5 runs in the 3rd inning. Rick Rhoden cruising through 2. I'm going to try to get him through this inning. He's supposed to lead off the 4th. Now nobody on 2 outs in a 5-3 ball game. Barry Bonnell is 0 for 1. And that ball is scorched. Let's see where it's going to go. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Back-to-back jacks. And that's going to be it for Rhoden. Rick Rhoden gets bombed here in the 3rd. Can't make it out of the inning. And they're going to go to the bullpen here. See who's going to come out here and pitch. As the Braves get to Rick Rhoden and knock him out here in the 3rd. 2+ innings. So Bob Welch is going to come out of the bullpen here. They're not going to do a double switch. He is going to lead off. He's going to try to get some innings in here. So Bob Welch comes out of the bullpen. So Rick Rhoden gets beat around. And now you got Murphy up. Murphy struck out his first time up. Can Murphy get aboard here? I think this is the 9th man to make it to the plate. Let's take a look. I think Cheney started this inning off. Yep, Cheney started this inning off with a fly ball. So Murph, the 9th man to get to the plate. And Murph 0 for 1. Bob Welch making his 4th appearance with 1 save and a 0 ERA. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Lopes. That'll end the inning. But the Braves score 6. And make it a 6-3 ball game as we go to the top of the 4th. Bob Welch will lead it off, followed by Lopes and Russell. Bob is 0 for 1 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Devine strikes him out for out number 1. Davey Lopes comes to the plate now. And Lopes is 2 for 2. He singled both times up. And that's going to be a fly ball. Matthews calls for it, makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And Bill Russell comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. And not anymore, because that's going to be a base on balls. No, it's not. That's going to be a rare play. Spoke too early. 35 and a 39. And that's going to be hit in front of the plate. And a 31 and a 7. 31 and a 7. And that's going to be fielding column 2. And that's a foul ball. Catcher drops it. Catcher drops the foul ball. So let's see if that's going to cost him here. Is it an E2? Oh, is that how you do it? Yep. So now Russell's still at the plate after dropping that foul ball. See if that costs the Braves here, giving him an extra pitch. And it does. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. So Russell takes advantage of the extra pitch. And now you got a runner on at first. 2 down. And Reggie Smith at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. DEVINE strikes him out. We go to the bottom of the 4th with a Braves 3-run lead. And Cheney's going to lead off the 4th like he did the 3rd. They sent 9 batters to the plate back in the 3rd. Cheney is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Russell. And that'll be out number 1. Here comes DEVINE. He started that 6-run rally with a single and came around to score. Do it again here. And that's going to be a 14. And yes, back-to-back hits by DEVINE here in this game, folks. And DEVINE's aboard again with a 1-out single. See if the Braves can capitalize again with the pitcher getting on board. Royster is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball for 52 and a 2. And that'll be fielding column 2. And that's a swing and a miss. He strikes Royster out for out number 2. That's Bob's first strikeout of the game. Office, he walked his last time up, and that's going to be a ground ball down to first. And a 51 and a 5. And that's going to be fielding column 1. And he's going to get to that ball. He's going to throw down to, nope, he's going to take it himself and touch the bag, and that'll end the inning. The Braves strand 1 to the top of the 5th we go. You got Say, Garvey, and Baker due up here. Say is 1 for 2 today, singled and scored his last time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Cheney. That'll be out number 1. And Steve Garvey comes to the plate. Garvey's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. That's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews. There's quickly 2 down here in the 5th. And Dusty Baker comes to the plate. He has walked both times up. And not this time. He gets under that one. That's an easy fly ball for Office out in center. And the Dodgers go down in order. 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Got the big boys due up here for the Braves. Matthews, Pocoroba, and Horner. And Matthews is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Sarge goes down to first base. That'll be a +1. We're gonna do a little hit and run. Pocoroba with that big 2 RBI single back in the 3rd. They're doing a hit and run, trying to stay out of the double play here. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 16 and an 8. 16 and an 8 on a hit and run. That's a 3rd base. And that's going to be a double play. I just hit down the third, and he doubles him up at first on a hit and run. So they hit into the double play with the hit and run. Tokoroba hits it hard, but right at the Penguin. And Matthews couldn't get back. Now there's 2 outs, and Horner's at the plate. And Horner's 1 for 1. He has walked and hit the big 3-run homer to give the Braves the lead. And we drop the dice. And that's going to be a rare play. 51 and 39. 17. That's going to be hit down the third. Let's see what the Penguin does with this one. 64. That should be fielding column 3. Should be 64 and a 4. Yep, that will be fielding column 3. And that's first and second on a throwing area. Penguin air mails this one. That's an E5. And the batter will get down to second. So Horner's aboard again in scoring position, trying to add to this 6-3 lead. And Barry Bonnell comes up. He homered. You remember we had back-to-back homers there in the third. Can he do it again here with Horner in scoring position? Here's the pitch to Barry. And that's going to be a deep fly ball out to Monday. He goes back, makes the catch at the wall. And that'll end the inning. The Braves strand 1 to the top of the 6th we go. Speaking of Monday, he'll lead it off here for the Dodgers. Followed by Oates and Welch, the bottom third of the order. Monday's 1 for 1. He has walked. Came around to score, and in the third, he singled and drove in a run. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field rather. And there's 1 on, nobody out. Johnny Oates is up now. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. They get the ground ball double play out of him. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's not what they wanted. 62 and a 7's got to be fielding column 3. And it is not what they wanted to see. And our first on air, Royster throws this one away. And the runner gets down to third. So now you got first and third. Nobody out. And they're going to have to pitch it here for Bob Welch. Try to get back in this game. That gets the bullpen up for the Braves. Charlie will come in the ball game. He's going to come in here and pitch hit. And I think it's going to be Bill North. Or is it going to be Lacey? How many lefty they got on the bench? They're going to go with the true lefty or the switch hit North.
Davalillo.
Davalillo.
I think that's what they're going to go with, the lefty. I think Davalillo is going to come in the game here. Pitch hit. Bob Welch. And Aaron Reed and Ken Castro joins us here. So where is the true lefty at? So Fick's going to come in the game here first and third because of the air. Could have been a double play ball maybe, but he throws it away. And Davalito's batting 150 on the year, no homers and 1 RBI. Braves are going to play back with a 3-run lead, try to get the double play. Here's the pitch to Vick. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that's going to be, is that going to be deep enough? Not a great arm and not great speed. So let's see what this combination does. .32. They're going to try to throw him out, but it ain't got much of a chance here. A 62 or lower. Can Matthews cut him down at the plate? Nope, that's a sacrifice fly. And it's now a 2-run ball game. And you got the tying run at the plate with a runner on first. And now there's 1 out, and Davey Lopes is at the plate. Lopes is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and flown out. And he gets a hold of this one. Of course he does. Oh, by the way, Ken, I finally got the tracking number, buddy. Got the tracking number this morning. And see where this one's deposited at. That's going to be a double into left field. Let's see here with 1 out. If Oates can tie this ball game, we'll make it a 1-run game. What happened? Wait a second. Go back here. Undo. It's supposed to be a sacrifice fly. What happened there? It's supposed to be a sacrifice fly. F9, runner on third. Okay, and now you got the double. And can Oates score from first? That's the question. It'll be a 42. Sorry, in the left. That's going to be a 35. Nope, he's going to stay put at third. So that's a double in the left field. Now you got second and third. Only 1 out. They're going to bring the infield in. They're going to try to cut the runner off at home here. Russell is 1 for 3. The bullpen's up. And this might be it for Devine. You got the switch hitting Smith coming up. So they got the lefty up in the bullpen. Here's the pitch to Russell. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. That is popped up. Horner makes the catch. And now there's 2 outs. And the question is, do we let him in here? And I don't think we do. I think Devine comes out of the game. Craig comes in. Pitch to 1 batter. And it'll probably be pitched hit for in the bottom of the 6th. That's what they're going to do here. Craig's going to come in here and pitch to Smith. Then he'll be pitched hit for in the bottom of the inning. So that's it for Devine. He can't lose the game. If the 2 runners score here, it'll be a tie ball game, so he can't lose. All he can do is get a no decision or a win. So Craig's going to come in the game. Do we want to do a double switch? That is the question. We could do a double switch. Bring Burris in. Bring Burris in from Bunnell. But we're not. We're talking ourselves into a. We're just going to do a pitch and change here. And it depends on Murphy in. Then whether we even pitch it for him. 2 outs, nobody on. We probably don't pitch it for him. Smith is 0 for 3. He has popped up, grounded out, and struck out. 2 down, runners at second and third. And here's the pitch to Red. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what the Braves wanted there. Now you got runners at every base everywhere you look. You got Oates at third, Lopes at second, Smith at first, and the Penguin at the plate. He is 1 for 3. Singleton came around the score, and that's going to be a nice job. He gets him a pop up. 31 and a 2. And that's a pop up down the first in fair territory. Murph makes the catch, and that ends the inning. The Dodgers leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. They score 1. They make it a 6-4 ball game. And now Charlie's going to come in the game and pitch. Sorry, Charlie. So hopefully early next week, Ken, I'll be getting that. Let's see here. This is Charlie's 12th appearance. He's 1-0 with 3 saves and a 3.68 ERA. He'll be facing the bottom third of the order, Murphy, Cheney, and we'll see if Craig bats for himself or not. Murph's 0 for 2 today, and that's going to be a pop-up down the short. That'll be out number 1. Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't take long, bud, from just coming down from Georgia up to Maryland. Shouldn't be far. Shouldn't take long. Normally I get it in a few days. Might even get it if everything goes right, maybe Saturday, but that's pushing it. Probably be about Monday or Tuesday. Cheney's up. He's 0 for 2. He has flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Cheney strikes out. And I think they're going to let Craig bat for himself here with 2 outs, nobody on. He is first plate appearance of the year. He batted .250 in 1978 with no homers and no RBIs. This is his first plate appearance. And the pitchers batted well here today for the Braves. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 46 and a 5 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be a nice play by Garvey. He takes it himself, and the Braves go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 7th in a 6-4 ball game. The bullpen will be up and ready just in case Craig gets into trouble here. You got Garvey, Baker, and then Monday. Garvey is 1 for 3 today. See the Braves and Dodgers here, team comparison. Dodgers have scored 331 runs on 56 homers, 44 stolen bases, and been caught 22 times. Braves 261 runs, 46 homers, 27 stolen bases, and been caught 14 times. And here's to pitch to Garvey. And he gets a hold of this. I'd ball is high. I'd ball is far. I'd ball is out of here, folks. It's a 1-run game. What you want to see with your face, man. Baker, he's 0 for 1. He's walked twice and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the corner. He fires over to Murph for out number 1. And Monday comes to the plate. Got the 2 lefties due up here. That'll probably be it for Craig. One way or the other. Monday is 2 for 2. He has walked. He has driven in a run and scored a run. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Craig strikes him out. Now there's 2 down. And Johnny Oates comes to the plate. Johnny's 1 for 3 with an RBI in this game. He also reached on an error. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 7 and a 9. And that is going to be a base hit. So Oates gets aboard here. And now let's see who. The Dodgers are going to have to do a pitch hit here. And Terry Foster's going to come in the game, I would think. Yeah, Terry will come in the game. The pitch, that'll be it for Charlie. And let's see here. Who's going to come off the bench? And Lee Lacey's going to come off the bench. And do they bring in the right-hander to face Lacey? That is the question. I think they are. I think they are going to bring in the right-hander to face Lacey. They'll probably just face one batter here. And then Gene Garber will come in and try to get a 2-inning save out of this. So is it going to be Campbell or Solomon? That'll be the question. And it's going to be Dave Campbell coming out of the bullpen. Nope, it's going to be Sullivan. Eddie Sullivan's going to come out of the pen. So Eddie's going to come out of the pen. Try to get this final out here. As Craig comes out of the game. Sullivan comes in. And this is Sullivan's 19th appearance. He's 0-3 with one save with a 6.75 ERA. And now we need Lacey to come in the game. Should have did that first. Lee Lacey comes in. And Lacey's batting .288 on the season. 7 homers, 25 RBIs. 2 outs, a man at first, time run at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Here's the pitch to Lacey. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Eddie gets the job done, strikes him out. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. In the 7th inning stretch, it is 6-5 Braves. You got Royster, Office, and Matthews due up. And they're going to bring in the lefty, Terry Forster, who I love. I loved Terry when he was with the Braves. Comes to the Braves in the early 80s. Like that 1-2 punch. They had him and Bedrock out in the bullpen back in. So Terry's going to come in here, try to keep this a 1-run game for the Dodgers. He's got the top of the order to face. This is Terry's 39th appearance. He is 2-0 with 7 saves and a 4.57 ERA, surprisingly. And the Braves add and get some insurance runs here. Terry is 0 for 2. Jerry is 0 for 2. He has walked, came around the score. He did strike out his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Terry strikes him out for out number 1. And now Office is up. And Office is 0 for 2. And he has walked and came around the score also. And that's going to be a 31-22. The catcher. 31-7. That'll be, I'll say it was 22. And that's a drop strike 3. He throws down the first and they strike Office out. So back-to-back strikeouts by Terry. And the Sarge is up. Can he do something? He walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Garvey. It's a 1-2-3 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. And that's going to be it for Eddie Sullivan. Garber's going to come in the game and try to get a 2-out save. So Gene Garber, another one of my favorite closers, comes out of the bullpen. You got to love the submarine sidearm guys. Him and Kent DeCalvey in the 70s. I loved watching them guys pitch. Old Gino, how he used to turn his back to the pitch on batter. Gotta love it. This is Gene's third game with the Braves. He is no record with one save and a 6.75 ERA. He's got the top of the order to deal with. Lopes, Russell, and Smith. Davies 3 for 4. He doubled his last time up. And he gets a hold of this one off of Garber. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Gene Garber has just blown the save, folks. And it's a 6-6 ball game. And Bill Russell comes to the plate. He's 1 for 4 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster. He fires over to Murphy for out number 1. And Reggie Smith comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. Garber walks Smith. Now the go-ahead runs down at first, and the Penguins at the plate. And the Penguins 1 for 4 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out the office. And now there's 2 down. And Garvey comes to the plate. And Garvey is 2 for 4. He hit a homer his last time up. And that's going to be a 2. He didn't walk Smith. Son of a bitch. I just realized that. We got to go back. Redo that. Ain't that awful? I didn't pay attention to the ZZ. The ZZ. Damn. So he didn't walk Smith. Ain't that a shame? Let's go back. Redo the second roll for Smith. Well, actually, the next roll after the walk was a ground ball down the Royster. So he's going to ground out. So that'll be a 6-4-3. And the Penguins up here with 2 outs. We'll redo the Penguin. So now the Penguins up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And that ends the inning. But the solo homer by Lopes makes it a 6-6 ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. You got Pocoroba, Horner, and Bunnell due up here. Braves now in a tie ball game. Biff is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball, 53 and a 7. That should be fielding column 3. And it is. And that's going to be a Baltimore chopper. Johnny Oates can't handle it. Pocoroba gets down to first. Biff's down at first. Let's see here. We want to run for Biff. Yep. Bob Beal's going to come out and run for Biff. Murph can then go to catching. So that's going to be it for Biff. Bob Beal's going to come in and run for him. And like I say, Murph will then go and play. And he'll be the catcher. So we'll have a pitch hitter here for Pocoroba. And where's Bob? Right at the top there. So Bob stretches his legs down at first. Horner at the plate. And Horner is 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer in this game. Can he deliver now? The go-ahead run at first. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's going to be a base on balls. He walks Horner. And the Braves making some noise here against Terry here in the bottom of the 8th. And Barry's up. Barry is 1 for 3 with a homer in the game. Can Barry deliver now? Bob Beal down at second. Horner at first. Still nobody out. Bob's 1 for 3, like I said, with that homer. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. That should be fielding column 2. And re-roll a dice here. That'll be a 4. That'll be a 42. $23 to get the third. A single probably scores him. They're going to hold him up. So it's a 1 out. Don't need to get him thrown out at third. A single probably scores him. And now you got the mighty Murph up. And Murphy is 0 for 3. Can he be the hero here? He is struck out, grounded out, and popped up. He's the pitch to Murph. And that's a swing and a miss. Terry strikes him out. And now it's up to Cheney. And Cheney is 0 for 3 today. He is flown out, grounded out, and struck out. And Cheney deliver first and second with nobody out. And the Braves haven't even moved them up 90 feet. Here's the pitch to Cheney. And that's a ground ball down to Russell. He'll go the short way over the second. And that'll end the inning, folks. The Braves get the first 2 batters aboard and can't do a damn thing with it. And we go to the top of the 9th, still tied up. Like I say, Murph will move the catching. And Bob will stay in the game and play first. So Murph will catch. And Bob will play first. And Garber due to lead off the bottom of the 9th. We'll try to get him through this 9th inning. Garvey, Baker, and Monday due up. Garvey 2 for 4 with a homer. His last time up. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. And there's 1 out. And Baker comes to the plate now. And Baker's 0 for 2. He has walked twice, though. Came around to score once. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be an 18. Nice play down there by Cheney. Dives, makes the stop, fires over the field, and gets Baker by a step. Cheney takes a base hit away from Dusty. Now you got Monday up. He's 2 for 3. He's walked, driven in a run, and scored twice. He did strike out his last time up. And that's going to be a rare play, a 65 and a 40. That's a foul ball, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Horner. Now to end the inning, the Dodgers go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, 6 ball game. They're going to let Terry pitch this bottom of the 9th. He's due to lead off the top of the 10th if it goes that far. Let's see here who's going to pitch hit for. It's going to be Jeff Burris is going to pitch hit for Garber. So you're going to have Burris, Royster, and Office due up here. Can the Braves win this game in the bottom of the 9th? Jeff Burris will come off the bench. He's having one hell of a year. Can he continue it here in the bottom of the 9th? Batting .329 with 11 homers and 46 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play. A 63 and a 40. That's going to be a strike as he watches that one go by. Stood there like the house beside the road and watched that one. Now here's the 0-1 pitch to Jeff. And that's going to be a walk. So he goes from 0-1, coaxes a walk, walks on down the first. And the Braves got the winning run down at first. And Jerry Royster's at the plate. And Royster is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice, walked, and grounded out. Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that's going to be, you guessed it, ground ball down the short. 6-4-3 double play. And races the walk. Now Office is up. And Office is 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out. Came around the score. Office get a board here. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Foster strikes him out. And we're going to the top of the 10th. In a 6-6 ball game. And it's going to be Dave Campbell. Campbell's Soup is going to come out here. Pitch the top of the 10th. Trying to keep this a tie ball game. And he'll be facing Oates, a pitch hitter for Terry. And then the top of the order. And there's Dave Campbell. You know what we're going to do? Cancel that. We're going to do a double switch here. So Burris is going to stay in the game. Burris will stay in the game. And Office will come out. Do we want to do that? Burris stays in the game. We'll play left. Burris can come in and play left. Office would come out. I think that's what they're going to do. Office is going to come out. Campbell's going to go and play him. So Barry's going to move the center. Burris is going to move to the left, stay in the game and play left. And Campbell's going to come in and bat in the 2 spot for Office. So we'll do a double switch here. And now we're ready. Sorry about that. So we got a new left fielder and a new center fielder and a new pitcher. And you got the bottom of the order due up. Oates, though, is 2 for 4 with an RBI in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the corner. He fires over to first, and there's 1 out. Now let's see who's going to come off the bench here and pitch it for Terry. Lance will come in the game and pitch. So let's see who's going to pitch hit here against the righty. I don't think they got any lefties on the bench, but Billy North, he could pitch it. He's a switch hitter. So North is going to come in the game here, pitch hit. So Billy North comes off the bench. And North is batting .291 on the year with no homers and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Billy. Did we talk about Dave Campbell? This is his 18th appearance. He's 0-1 with an 8.17 ERA. The pitch to North, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Barry, who just moved over to center field. Of course, the ball finds him, and he makes the play for out number 2. Back to the top of the order, and Davey Lopes tied this game up in the top of the 8th with a homer. Can he do this again to the Braves? Nope. Campbell strikes him out. The Dodgers go down 1-2-3, and we're headed to the bottom of the 10th. And let's see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Dodgers.
Routjan. Routjan. Routjan.
So Lance Routson's going to come in the game. Lance a lot. So he'll come in the pitch. In a tie ball game with the big boys coming up here. Matthews, Beal, and Horner. This is Lance's 15th appearance. He's 1-2 with 1 save and a 4.4 ERA. Matthews is 0-3. Can Matthews be the hero here today? That ball is ripped, folks. That ball is hit hard. Where's it going to go? And Routson's got the H. Damn, I was hoping he'd have the L. So that's going to be against the lefty. That is going to be a double into left field. So Matthews gets aboard with a leadoff double and is in scoring position now. Bob Beal came in. Pitch ran for Biff Pokerova. His first plate appearance of the game. He's batting .295 with a homer and 9 RBIs. Can Bill deliver here? Matthews with damn good speed down at second. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's going to be popped up down the short. And that'll be out number 1. The runner stays put. And it's up to Bob Horner. He's having a hell of a game. He is 1 for 2. He has walked twice and hit a 3-run homer. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Monday in center field. And Matthews is going to have to stay put. That's too shallow to tag up. And now there's 2 outs and a runner still down at second. Can Barry Bonnell deliver? He's 1 for 4 with a solo homer. Here's the pitch to Barry. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. A leadoff double goes freaking nowhere. Unfreaking believable. Jeez, you Pete's, these Braves can't get the big hit. And the Braves strand 1. We go to the top of the 11th. It's still 6-6. Oh, not a problem, Clinton. Not a problem. Glad to have you, buddy. So now you got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Dodgers. Russell, Smith, and Say in a 6-6 game. Russell 1 for 5 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jeff Burris. That'll be out number 1 in left field. And Mr. Smith comes to Atlanta. He is 0 for 4 in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Horner. He fires over the first. And that'll be quickly 2 outs. And now the Penguins up. And the Penguins 1 for 5 today. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. The Dodgers go down 1-2-3. To the bottom of the 11th we go. And you got the bottom part of the order due up here. You got Murphy, Cheney, and Burris due up. Can they deliver? The Murph 0 for 4. He has struck out twice, grounded out, and popped up. One swing and a bat, and he could be the hero. And nope, that's a ground ball down to Russell. He fires over to Popeye, and that'll be out number 1. And Cheney's up now. Cheney's 0 for 4 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. Now the winning run is at first. And Jeff Burris comes to the plate for the second time after pitch hitting. He walked his first time up. Can Jeff walk it off here with Cheney at first? And that ball is high. That ball is far. He's got the damn H. Why don't you take it away here? That'll be against the lefty. That'll be a 7. And no, I'd kiss it goodbye. An 8 would have took it away. A 5 would have, but not a 7. Kiss it goodbye. Jeff Burris walks it off for the Braves. They finally get that damn hit. Ain't that amazing? And the Braves walk it off 8-6. Take a look at the box score here. I thought for sure, Ken, that H was going to take that damn homer away. Thought for sure. Looked up and seen that H and thought, damn, because there's a lot of H's on that runner on first. How many aren't? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 9 spots on there. 9 spots on there not to turn that homer into a double. Of course, I don't know. I would have sent Cheney on the double. Definitely would have sent him on the double. Had to take a chance. But yeah, gotta love those H's. So let's take a look here at the box score. Yeah, it was, wasn't it, Aaron? And thank you, Ken, buddy. It was. What a finish. Yes, it was. The Braves finally get a nice base hit. They had their opportunities. I don't know how many they left on base. We'll take a look here. The star will be the walk-off here. Yep. But Gene Garber's got to straighten himself out. That's his second, I think, blown save since joining the Braves. The Braves 8 hits, 7 runs, 2 errors. The Dodgers 6 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors. Davey Lopes 4 for 6. Mundy and Oates both had 2 hits. 2 for 4 for Mundy. Oates 2 for 5. Davey Lopes with that big homer in the 8th to tie it up. The Dodgers were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Davey with the homer and Garvey with the homer. They left 10 men on base. And it's pretty bad when the best hitter on the team was Devine. He was 2 for 2. Of course, Burris with that 1-for-1 2-run homer performance. And the Braves 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Horner, Bunnell, and Burris both homered. Left 6 men on base. Rick Rhoden, he stunk to join up. Gets a no decision. 2 2/3, 4 hits, 6 runs, walked 3, struck out 1, and gave up 2 homers. Bob Welch comes in. 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Charlie goes 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Terry Foster comes in 3 innings, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And Lancelot, 1 1/3. He now 1 3, picks up the loss. 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 1, and gave up the big homer to Jeff Burris. Devine goes 5 2/3, 9 innings, no decision ball, 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, struck out 2. Craig comes in, pitches an inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 1. Eddie Sullivan comes in a third of an inning, strikes out 1. And Gene Garber, he gives up the big homer. 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, and a homer to Davey Lopes to tie it up. And how about Dave Campbell and Campbell's Soup? 1 1, 2 scoreless innings, no hits, and a strikeout. What a job Campbell did coming in relief there to pick up the win. Now let's do the rest of the National League games. First game up is the Mets and Cubbies in Chicago, the Windy City. Let's see what happens here in Wrigley Field. And the Cubbies beat the Mets 5-4 on 8 hits and no runs. The Mets out-hit them 10 runs on no errors. And you got the Reds taking on the Astros in Houston. Houston, do we have a problem? Let's see. Or will they solve it and beat the Reds? And the Astros, is that a walk-off? Let's look here before we look at the box score. It could be a walk-off. Yep, a walk-off here. And that went 9 innings. The Astros, 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The Reds, 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Look at the top of the order. 2 for 4, 2 for 4, and Morgan 1 for 3, 1 for 4. George has really cooled off for the Reds. He 0 for 3. Remember, George there for a while was leading the National League in everything. Oh, Morgan had a homer. They was 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position and left 3 men on base. And you had Poole 2 for 5. You had Enos Cabell 2 for 4. And Art Howe 2 for 4. And Bob Watson, come here, Watson 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Terry Poole with a double and a triple. They were only 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position, left 8 men on base. Seaver goes 8 innings, gets a no decision, gives up 8 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 7, gave up the homer. And Borbin, a third of an inning, gives up an unearned run, struck out 2. Tomlin comes in, gives up the hit. And Malango goes 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, struck out 4, and gave up a homer. And Ken Forsch comes in, gets the win, 4 and 5, 2 innings of work. And now you got Ken's Phillies going up against the Expos. A big series here, Ken. Battle for the division. You got the 2 big boys pitching to Carlton and Rogers. Rogers going for his 12th win. Can lefty stop him here? And Montreal. I love me some lefty. I like old Carlton. Hopefully he wins this game. Can he outpitch Steve Rogers? And nope. Rogers gets the win. 5 runs, 9 hits, and an error. The Phillies only 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. Let's take a look here at the box score. Rogers gets his 12th win. Michael Jack Smith, 2 for 2, walked twice. They were 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Scored that run in the 9th inning. I only left 3 men on base. Steve Rogers, except for Smith, figured them out, didn't they? And you had Tony Perez going 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Did he have a homer? Yep, Perez homered. You had the Hawk going 2 for 4. The Expos 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Left 5 men on base. Lefty goes to 6 and 7. 7 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 2, and gave up a homer. Reed comes in an inning, gave up 1 hit. Roger picks up his 12th win, 12 and 3, 8 innings, 3 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 3. May comes in 2/3 of an inning, gives up a hit, a run, and a walk. And Atkinson comes in and pitches a third of an inning, gets a strikeout. Oh, cool, buddy. Well, tell your dad happy birthday. Yeah, exactly. Still early, Ken. Yep, still early. Steve Rogers is pitching very well. Got to give it to him. Would have been a good matchup to watch. And now you got the Cardinals taking on the Pirates. Denny against Rooker. Let's see what happens here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The land of the three rivers here. The Cardinals beat up on the Pirates. 9 runs, 16 hits, and no errors. Pirates 5 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. In the final game, the Giants and the Padres down in San Diego. And the Giants win a close one. 8 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors. The Giants 7 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. Take a look now at the standings and leaderboard here after the 27th, or the 26th rather. And the Phillies are now a game up on the Expos. The Pirates are 5 games back along with the Cubbies. The Mets are 15 games back, and the Cardinals 15 and a half. The Giants are now 2 games up on the Dodgers with that loss by the Dodgers. The Padres 4.5 games back. Houston 7.5. The Reds 8.5. And the Lonely Braves are 17 games back. Jack Clark still leading the National League with a .346 batting average. And Kingman takes over the home run lead over Foster. I told you George has been slumping. And Garvey takes over the RBI lead. So George was dominating this whole early part of the season. He's starting to slump. And now you got Kingman and Garvey leading the National League with 16 homers and 59 RBIs. Jim Barr's leading the National League with a 1.95. Steve Rogers right behind him with a 2.13. Rogers becomes the first man in the National League to get 12 wins. And Raleigh Fingers leading the National League with 15 saves. George Foster still leading in MVP voting. And Steve Rogers is leading in the Cy Young. And what's the pitching look like for game number 2 of this 4-game series? And it's going to be Rue going up against Rick Camp. Vantage Dodgers in this one. That's for sure. Vantage Dodgers. I want to thank Aaron Reed, Clinton Parks, Ken Castro for stopping by today. Check out their great channels. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that bell and like button if you haven't already done so. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.